And we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat back there in the Philippines, mga kaguro. Welcome back to our YouTube channel and of course to our Facebook page. And tonight we all have another live stream, okay? So we're all very ready. We're all very excited to be learning with our international coach today. Of course, we are Gurong Pinoy, and make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. You hit that bell notification. And if you are watching us on Facebook, again, please to make sure that you follow our Facebook page. You can also see us, you can also find us on the rest of all your social media accounts. Nandyan po yung Instagram, we also have TikTok, we also have Laika. Tonight, we will start with social science with Coach Tina, okay? If you are ready, please do like this video. Mag-like na po kayo ng ating video. If you are ready, we are going to start in a few minutes. Please do like this video. Hello. All right, so again, this is Social Science with Coach Tina. She is going to be talking about all some of the items that are usually found in your let. Okay, so himay-himayin ni Coach Tina yung items. Bakit si letter A yung sagot? Bakit hindi si B, C, or D? Okay, so I am going to introduce my good friend Coach Tina first, and then we are going to start with our discussion. Okay, so our guest lecturer tonight has 20 years in teaching, 20 years of experience. That's including her teaching experience in the Philippines. She has also taught in Qatar. And of course, she is currently teaching here in the US. She has completed her Master of Management with a major in Educational Management. Currently, she's taking PhD with a major in Educational Leadership. She is one of the USVI, that's US Virgin Islands curriculum developers. She's also the chairperson of the Social Science, Social Studies Department of Ivana Eudora Ken High School, USVI, that's US Virgin Islands. She's also the Vice President for Operations of the United Federation of Film Educators. She has been an outstanding teacher in the city of Iloilo in 2010, outstanding teacher in Qatar in 2014, and the Teacher of the Year in 2021 for St. Thomas St. John. Currently, she's also a candidate for State Teacher of the Year. Okay, so of course, you all know that Gurong Pinoy would only choose the best for you. Okay, so again, for this month, we will be meeting high caliber coaches, okay, your international coaches. Now, fun fact lamang, no, Coach Tina, of course, is also a fellow Ilonggo. Fellow Ilongga, no, but we really did not know each other prior to coming to the US. We met each other on a tour, no. We met each other when we were touring New York, and so that's how we met. Okay, so alam mo naman, no, alam natin kapag Pilipino maingay, of course, and so we were very surprised that we both come from Iloilo, and so we continue communicating. Kaya nga, we have this chance to learn from Coach Tina tonight. So again, without further ado, I give you Coach Tina. Coach Tina, medyo may feedback po. Siguro mute yung isang device mo.
Meron pa ba?
Meron pa po, slide.
Okay, I'm using 3 devices, that's why maybe. Let me go ahead and just close this one. Okay na?
Okay, wala na po.
Okay.
Ayun.
Okay.
Good evening, Coach Tina.
Hi! Good evening, mayong gabi. Magandang gabi sa mga taga-Philippines. Hi,
Okay.
Mame.
Hello po. Can you go ahead and share your screen, ma'am?
No problem, as you wish. Okay, as I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Can you see properly now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Ma'am Mek, for that very warm introduction. Again, my name is Christina Marie Senosa, and today I am your guest lecturer or guest teacher, guest coach, as what she's always saying, Gurong Pinoy, coming directly from United States Virgin Islands. And my task is about social studies or social science review for let review takers. Lord God, thank you for providing me with the ability to gain new skills and broaden my knowledge. Thank you for helping me through this time of intense study leading up to my upcoming licensure exam. I lay out all my expectations and fears for the outcomes in front of you. Through Jesus Christ, I pray, or we pray. Amen. All right. So, Coach Tina will talk about social sciences or social studies exam coverage. But then again, this is the whole point of view or the whole scenario of LET exam, including the following subjects: the Philippine government new constitution with human rights, Philippine history, basic econ and taxation, agrarian reform, society and culture with family planning, Rizal and other heroes, philosophy of man, arts, general psychology, information and communication technology. So basically, the general infos also are included in social sciences or social studies. In this particular session, we are going to talk a few of the following details in social science or social studies exam coverage during your LET exam. And those that came out during my exam time and my other colleagues' exam time, I put it all together so that you will at least have a little glimpse of what exactly, or just a bit of replica of what you're going to have in your LET exam, right? Okay. So without further ado, are you ready? Let me just go ahead and take a little bit of checking in your chat or comments. Okay. All right. Now let's go on the first question. Okay. So good again. Now, first question. The Second Philippine Republic, or Japanese imperial sponsored government, established during the Japanese occupation and World War II in the Philippines, is also known as blank. So that's your question. Is it letter A, the Commonwealth? Is it letter B, the Third Republic? Is it letter C, the puppet government? Or letter D, the revolutionary government? Again, to repeat, the Second Philippine Republic, or the Japanese imperial sponsored government, established during the Japanese occupation and World War II in the Philippines, is also known as Commonwealth, Third Republic, puppet, or revolutionary? All right, you have 10 seconds to answer this question. Yeah. Gusto ko yung may mga beat na ganyan kasi para masaya. All right. Okay, so I could see in your chat letter C, letter D, letter C. Somebody said letter A, letter C. Let us going to check the correct answer. Just wait a while for 3 to 5 seconds because of our internet. All right. So what is the correct answer? It's the letter C. The Puppet Republic, of course, under Jose P. Laurel, who was the president of the Second Republic at that time. Okay, a Japanese puppet state when occupied during, of course, World War II. We all know, if you're a social studies major, it happens during the 1943 to 1945. Actually, it started na during the 1942 something, but then in the books or the common books, it's stated in 1942 to 1945. This one, ito ay in the Philippines kasi you are discussing this as what to call this one, Tagalog, no, Filipino. So this puppet republic is actually, you know what puppet is, no, parang sunod-sunod lang. During that time, it was still the government of Japan or the Japanese government who is in charge of us that time. All right. Very good. Magagaling mga estudyante ko. Alright, next question. Medyo mahaba because this question is always and 100% in the exam. Alright, so let me just raise my hand and recite our preamble. Na-miss ko to. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of the Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote our common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and the regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace. I'm sorry, I forgot the other word. Do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. What part of Constitution is this? All right. Is it letter A, general provision? Is it letter B, amendments? Is it letter C, preamble? Is it letter D, national patrimony? All right. So, number 2 question. Again, we, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of the Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote our common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and the regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace, do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. Okay, so medyo mahaba-haba siya, pero minsan may pinamemorize natin to sa mga bata. A, general provision. B, amendments. C, preamble. Or D, national patrimony. You have 10 seconds. All right. I see answers like letter C. Okay, 10 seconds is out now. So let us check the correct answer. By the way, good evening. Let me just go and have a shout out to those names that I could see for a while. Angelica, Isa, Jenny, Reynaldo, Charlene, Sherry, Isa, Shena, Vanessa. I guess it's Michelle, Mercy, Maricel, Arlene, Sarah, Loreto, Medeth, and Juvina. Mamaya, magsha-shoutout ulit tayo. Alright. So, the correct answer is, hello, Joski. Alright. The correct answer is, of course, the preamble. Okay? We all know if you're a social science major, a social studies major, ito yung introductory statement no, ng Constitution. At saka lahat tayo, minimemorize lagi yan. Ito yung medyo i-highlight ko sana ang word pero nawala. But anyway, sinabi ko pa rin naman yung word. Don't you know, just a little bit of trivia, ang pinakamaganda sa Constitution natin, in our Constitution or the Philippine Constitution, why is it unique? It's because it included the word love. Okay? Mapagmahal tayo mga Pinoy, no? Okay. So, the love in our Constitution is a very unique word. So, sa lahat ng mga Constitution, actually, hindi ka makaka-download ng mga Constitution ng lahat ng bansa, no? There are only limited or few of those Constitutions that are printed na makikita mo at masisearch mo. Okay? So, just a fun fact also, or the trivia, in the 50 democratic countries, whether it's Federal Democratic Republic or just like what we are having, the Democratic Republic of the Philippines, okay, have included the formal preamble. 74% lang ang meron, or 37 countries, and 13 countries, or 26%, ang walang formal preamble. Na introduction, introduction in their constitution. Ang pinakamahaba or the longest preamble is from Iran. Okay? nung hindi pa sila, it has 3,700, or sorry, 3,073 words in it. Pero wala siyang English version. Kasi this one, hello, good evening. I hope you're doing good. Sana very informative itong mga binibigay ko. This one, ito yung mga nile-lecture lagi dito sa US. No, of course, you only have to teach the Preamble of the United States Constitution. Pero when I discuss this one in the US, I always use the Preamble of India and of course our Preamble, di pwede makalimutan. This one at the left side is the Iran's Preamble. Ano kasi siya, Arabic. So, wala pa siyang translation. Okay? Wala pa akong translation na nakikita through net, no? So, this is how the preamble looks like for each and every countries. Na 4 lang. So, sample lang siya para sa inyo. So, iba-iba, no? Okay, yeah. Yes, Danica, maiksi lang sa US, short but concise. Actually, ang mga preamble, usually when you're a democratic country, no, pinapattern nila yan sa US. No? Alright, so they are patterned in the US kasi sila naman talaga yung dati during the imperialism stage, no, era. So sila naman talaga yung nag-introduce. Although it started from what they call this one, Greece, no? Okay. So preamble. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko, there is the word love. So mapagmahal talaga tayo. Our preamble is very unique kasi may love nga siya. Ang India naman, nakalagay naman dito yung justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. May fraternity naman sila. Okay. So hindi fraternity na fraternity like frat store na sinasabi natin, ha? Okay. Yes, Madet, I will share these slides to you, no problem at all. I will be very willing to share these slides to you, okay? Later on, baka mabigyan ako ng oras, copy and paste ko yung email ko, and then I will share it to you, right? All right, no problem. All right, so next question. Okay, what was the first Philippine Republic? Actually, itong mga questions na ito, if I'm not mistaken, sa bawat board exam, ito yung mga lumalabas. So, tandaan nyo lang, no? Yung mga first, last, wala silang minsan middle eh. Yung mga first, last na mga nandyan sa history natin. So, what was the first Philippine Republic? Okay. Is it the Republic proclaimed in Malolos? The Republic proclaimed under the 1935 Constitution, the Republic of the Philippines proclaimed in 1946, the Republic proclaimed under the Japanese-sponsored Constitution. Again, what was the first Philippine Republic? The Republic proclaimed in Malolos, the Republic proclaimed under the 1935 Constitution, the Republic of the Philippines proclaimed in 1946, and the Republic proclaimed under the Japanese-sponsored Constitution. You have 10 seconds to answer this one. Phone ko kasi pa. Okay. All right. So, our answers in the chat, letter A, letter A, letter A, letter A, letter A. Medyo very good yata itong mga students ko ngayon. Ha? Okay. Yung mga estudyante natin ngayon ay mga very good. Huh? Okay. All right. And our correct answer is, of course, the Republic proclaimed in Malolos. Well, napaka-easy nito if you're a social studies major. The first Philippine Republic is also the first ever republic to be proclaimed in, not only in the Philippines, but in Asia. The Malolos Constitution, written by the Congress, was proclaimed on January 22, 1899, creating what is known today as the first Philippine Republic, with Emilio Aguinaldo, of course, as its president. Okay, all right. Okay, question number 4. Which is the 4th largest island in the country? Often visited by typhoons and with a very rugged, with a very rugged interior. Okay. Is it letter A, Negros, B, Bohol, C, Samar, D, Leyte? Again, which is the 4th largest island in the country, often visited by typhoons and with a very rugged interior? Is it letter A, Negros, B, Bohol, C, Samar, D, Leyte? Okay. So what is the correct answer? Actually, medyo madali-dali din to kasi all of these names, sorry, I did not put the timer in. Okay. All of these names have their own distinct numbers, no? Kung ano ang tamang sagot, tingnan natin sa chat. Is it, okay, letter C, letter C, letter C, D, D. Okay, almost letter C, D. Okay, bigyan natin ng mga 3 seconds pa. Okay. So kung isa-search niyo sa internet, ito lahat ay talagang nababahayan ng typhoon, ano? Okay. Pero ang fourth largest island in the country, diyan mo makikita yung tamang sagot eh. Okay. So kung isa-search mo ang fourth largest island in the country, okay, makikita mo na ito ay, okay. Alright. Letter A. Okay, so the fourth largest island in the Philippines with a total land area of 13,309 square kilometers or 5,139 square miles. Okay. The predominant inhabitants of the island region is mainly called Negrenses or locally called Negrosanos. If you're coming from Negros, you are the fourth largest island in the Philippines. Okay. So, maganda itong mga questions na ito kasi it would help you. Actually, may geography din sa exam. Okay? So, next question, we are question number 5. To foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation, the state shall give priority to, okay? Again, to foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation, the state shall give priority to blank. Is it letter A, education, science, and technology? Letter B, health services? Letter C, balance and health ecology? Or letter D, the role of youth in nation building? To foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation, the state shall give priority to blank. A, education, science, and technology. B, health services. C, balance and healthful ecology. Or letter D, the role of youth in nation building. Okay. So you have 10 seconds to answer this. Yes. Siguro mamaya pipili tayo, no? Si Ma'am Mek hindi ko nasabihan, pero if somebody has a GCash, pwede ko mabigyan ng prize mamaya dito. Mag-raffle lang tayo ng names para sa mga attendees ngayon. Okay. Alright. Sige nga, tingnan natin sa chat kung ano yung mga tamang sagot. Okay. By the way, I'd like to say hello and give a shout out to our attendees this evening diyan sa Philippines, morning dito in America. Okay, so si Leonor, is it Lailin or Lilin? Okay, Alvi in YouTube, Mylene, Jovina, Raynor Liza, Mark, Angelica, Marifel, Norlin, Checky, okay, GR, Kenny, Mabel, Karen, Russell, Mark, Janeline, MJ, Jane. Alright, mamaya na rin yung iba, no? Sabi nga ni Coach Mek kanina, like and subscribe, click the notification button, send stars if you may. Okay. Hello, Valerie. All right, so the correct answer is on question number 5. Of course, it is indicated in the 1987 Constitution, Article 2 in the Declaration of Principles and State Policies, Section 17, that the state shall give priority to education, science and technology, arts, culture, and sports to foster patriotism and nationalism, accelerate social progress, and promote total human liberation and development. Okay. Bakit hindi ko tinuloy ito lahat? Kasi there are questions in your LET exam na talagang putol siya. No? Okay. So, meron talaga siyang part lang ng questions or part na lang Philippine Constitution ang nakalagay dyan. Alright? Okay. So, yes, nasa section 17. Correct. Yes. Alright. Thank you so much. O, nag-aaral yung mga natin, yung mga attendees natin. That's nice. Very good. Okay. Gurong Pinoy question number 6. Alright. Question. Does Congress have the sole power to declare the existence of war? Actually, ito yung mga questions na parang mag-iisip ka na tama ba o hindi kasi wala namang true or false. So, 4 talaga yung choices lagi. Is it letter A? Yes, provided the president approves it. Letter B? Yes. Letter C? No. The House of Representatives has also the power provided. Vote is unanimous. D? No. The Senate has also the power on condition that no senator objects. Does the Congress have the sole power to declare the existence of war? Okay? Yes, letter A, provided the president approves it. Kailangan pa ba ng president natin dyan? Letter B, yes, buong-buo ang karapatan ng Congress to declare a war. C, no, the House of Representatives has also the power provided. Vote is unanimous. Or letter D, no, the Senate has the power on condition that no senator objects. Kailangan ba ng senator para sa declaration ng war? All right, 10 seconds for you guys. Yes. Hello, Karen, Rosita, Jovina, Mark, Jerome, Riza, Dolorosa. All right. So, let us see what's the answer for our chat in here. Your answers, letter A, letter D, A, letter C, letter B. Good evening, Dolorosa. Okay, Carla, Angelica, Reynaldo, Rosaline, Len, Maybell, hello. Marifel, Rowena. All right. So, babasahin ko lang ulit yung question. Does Congress have the sole power to declare the existence of war? Okay, our choices are yes, provided the president approves it. Yes, only yes. C, no, the House of the Representatives has also the power provided. Vote is unanimous. D, no, the Senate has also the power of on condition that no senator objects. Okay, what is the correct answer? Solely yes. Okay, if you have answered letter B, that is the correct answer. Okay, why is it the correct answer? Our Constitution is patterned in the American Constitution. So, it actually embodies that the Constitution grants Congress the sole power to declare the war. Okay, Congress has declared war on 11 occasions. This is just an add-on, including its first declaration on war with Great Britain, history per se, okay, in 1812, and Congress approved its last formal declaration of war during the World War II. Okay, so sila talaga. Ay, maayong gabi sa mga taga Cebu. Okay, yes, thank you also for your time, Miss Shasha, Thelma, Loreto, Celine, Charlene, okay, Alvi, Chona. All right, so let's move on now to question number 10. Okay. Ito yung mga common na nasa board exam lagi. Number 10. The old name of EDSA during early part of American occupation is, okay, the old name of EDSA during the early part of American occupation is it letter A, Highway 52, letter B, Highway 53, letter C, Highway 54, letter D, 19 de Junio. Okay? The old name of EDSA is A, Highway 52, B, Highway 53, C, Highway 54, D, 19 de Junio. Sometimes may mga professors tayo na Junio ang pag-pronounce, and that's fine. Okay? 10 seconds for you. Yes. Letter C, nakikita naming tamang sagot dito sa chat natin. Okay, so medyo marami-rami nang sumagot ng letter C, number 10. Okay, so what is really the correct answer? It's, of course, it's Highway 54. This is very easy. However, meron na akong sasabihin, no? Na after, pag na-explain ko na ito. Pero bago niyan, mag-hi muna tayo sa iba nating mga kasama in the chat. Annalisa, Norlin, Richard, Lailin or Lilin, Maylin, Riza, Marifel, June, Maricel, Alvi again, MJ. Okay. Alright, so Highway 54. Okay, pag nakikita natin to parang napaka-spooky, no? Parang nasa movie tayo, no? No, nakakatakot. Yung sa mga ganyan ba? Alright, on April 7, 1959, by the virtue of Republic Act 2140, Highway 54 was finally renamed Epifanio de los Santos Avenue or EDSA. Actually, ang Epifanio de los Santos Avenue is an acronym. So, dapat kinakapitalize lahat yon. As early as formative years, ang alam ko yata minsan from kindergarten sa mga advanced schools, kindergarten, dapat ituturo natin na lahat i-capital letter natin ang EDSA, no? Kasi as a social studies teacher, laging mali natin yon. Actually, dapat ituro natin. So, from that time on, sa formative years pa lang, ituro natin na ang EDSA ay all capital letters at hindi lang ang letter E ang kinakapital natin if you are teaching social studies or social science. Hi! Okay. Alright, so medyo delayed siguro para sa iba ang slides natin. But don't worry, just answer the questions. Okay, it depends on your internet connection. Para sa iba, nakikita ko sa chat, no, medyo may mga delay daw sila. So let's take it slow a bit para sa ibang makahabol. Pero ano tawag dito? Ipo-forward din ni Coach Mek yung mga sagot at questions dito sa question and answer dito sa aking ginawang slides. Alright. Okay. If you are familiar with this, may mga questions na ganito lang din ang itatanong. What is the meaning of the Republic Act 7610? Or Republic Act 7610 stands for letter A, Anti-Hazing Law. Letter B, Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. Letter C, Law protecting women and children against all forms of abuses and exploitation. Or letter D, Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. All right? Republic Act 7610 is Anti-Hazing Law, letter A. Letter B, Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. Letter C, Law protecting women and children against all forms of abuses and exploitation. Or letter D, Special Protection of Children against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. You have 10 seconds to write the letter of the correct answer in the chat. Or maybe you could jot down in your personal notes so that you will know. Okay. I could see letter C, letter D, letter C, letter D, letter C, letter D. There are only two answers in the chat that is common. Okay. All right, letter C, letter D, letter C, letter D. Letter C, letter D, letter C, letter D. And what is the correct answer? Let us see. 7610 or Republic Act 7610 is a special protection of children against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination act. An act providing for stronger deterrence and special protection against child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, providing penalties for its violation and for other purposes. Kaya, di ba, sabi nila minsan, Bantay Bata 163. Okay. You know, let takers or future let takers, sa mga estudyante natin ngayon sa YouTube at Facebook, nakakabilib din yung mga bata dito in the US, no? Because as early as young as their age, they really know how their right actually works for them. Okay? So, ito talaga ang maganda na ang bata, during in their formative years, they are taught their civic duties and their citizenship kasi hanggang paglaki, they could really understand well sa surroundings nila kung ano yung mga rights nila. Hindi mo na sila pwedeng sabihan. Maski mismo sa alam na nila sa klase, alam na nila kung ano ang rights nila. No? Pero syempre, there are also, may mga din, may mga pros and cons din minsan. Lalo naman tayo sa Philippines kasi masyado tayong, tawag dito sa respect, no, sa elders natin. So iba yung tawag dito. Iba yung kultura, pero nakakahanga kasi at an early age, they really know what are their rights, no? In the Philippines kasi, we are consoled in our house, no? So, kahit sa school, medyo hapyaw lang yung introduction sa rights and duties and citizenship, no? Sa Philippines. So, malilearn natin na talagang dapat ituro siya, no, as an early age. Yes, Roslyn, tama ka. Oo nga pala, child abuse. Very good. Okay. Okay. Question number 9. All right. Who was the first president of the Republic of the Philippines? Ito na ngayon ha, marami kasing first president to ang Philippines. Who was the first president of the Republic of the Philippines when independence from America was granted on July 4, 1986? Okay? A. Corazon Aquino. B. Manuel Rojas. C. Manuel Quezon. Or letter D. Elpidio Quirino. Okay. Who was the first president of the Republic of the Philippines when independence from America was granted on July 4, 1946? Is it letter A, Corazon Aquino, letter B, Manuel Rojas, letter C, Manuel Quezon, or letter D, Elpidio Quirino? So I could see our students, gurongpinoy, are answering Quezon. Quezon, letter C, letter B, letter C, letter C, letter D, letter C. Manuel Quezon, letter C. Okay. Just a fun fact lang, no? Ang ating Philippine independence dati ay July 4, 1946. Kasabay ng Independence Day ng Amerika. Pero dahil nga may mga pangyayari, siguro sa mga next session, pwede nating ilagay yan. Ayoko rin namang sabihin ngayon, no? Kasi baka mawalan tayo ng questions. Kasi magagandang ituro to Okay? Ngayon, on July 4, 1946, ang celebration natin dyan sa Philippines, I don't know if you are familiar, pero ito na yung tinatawag na Philippine-American Friendship Day. Binago na, no? So, pero before, July 4, 1946 talaga ang Independence Day natin, no? Binago lang, okay? Alright, so, letter C, letter B, letter D. Ano nga ba ang tamang sagot dahil tapos na ang oras natin? It's, do not be confused about Manuel Rojas and Manuel Quezon, no? It's letter B, Manuel Rojas. Okay? The last president of the Commonwealth, okay? And the first president of the Republic of the Philippines. Naging republic na siya. Is Manuel Rojas. Ang first, alam ko na nakikita ninyo kung nag-search kayo sa Google, makikita ninyo na si Manuel Quezon ang unang binibigay, no? Manuel Quezon is the first president of the Commonwealth Republic, no? Commonwealth Republic. Pero si Manuel Rojas talaga ang last, no? Last president and the first president of the Republic of the Philippines. Ano lang, no? Cue lang or parang magbibigay lang ako ng tips kasi usually nasa board exam ninyo, ang common ninyo makikita yung first and last. Sino ang first na ganito? Sino ang last na ganito? So you might be confused. So ibig sabihin, mako-confuse ka kay Manuel Rojas at kay Manuel Quezon. Isipin mo na lang na ang first lagi ay si Manuel Quezon. At ang last lagi na ang first Republic of the Philippines na president is Manuel Rojas. So hindi ka na mawawala. Okay? Alright. Actually, ano ba yung ligwak? Ano ang meaning ng ligwak? Can you just put it in the chat? Okay. Ligwak. Okay. I am learning something new in the chat. Alright. Blue, paki-explain nga sa akin kung ano yung ligwak. Alright. Na-amaze ako. Alright. Okay. Ours is a government of blank and not of blank. Ligwak is mali. Thank you so much, Mabel. Okay. Ligwak, ganun, mali. Okay. Okay. Alright. Ligwak is wrong. Mali. Okay. Alright. Well, anyway, kindly send me some answers in your chat and I could give you the sources for this so that you will know. Okay. All right. Number 10. Ours is a government of blank and not of blank. Okay. All right. Ours is a government of blank and not of blank. Is it letter A? Laws dash citizen. B? Men dash law. Okay. Thank you for that answer, Charlene. Letter C, lawyers dash laws. Letter D, laws dash men. Okay. All right. So what is the answer for this question? Ours is a government of blank and not of blank. Letter A, laws dash citizen. B, men dash laws. C, lawyers dash laws. And D, laws dash men. All right. You have 10 seconds to answer this one. All right. Okay, so I could see letter C, letter D, letter D, letter C, letter D, letter A, letter D, D, A, D, 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 A. All right, so D yan. Okay. D, all right. Shout out to sa mga bago natin, no? Corazon, She, Blue, Rochelle, Riza, MJ, Marifel, Love, Michelle, Shamraida, Merculio, Loyaline, MJ, Charlene, Karen, Mark, Maricel. Okay. Well, of course, if you are familiar with the government, no, sa Constitution, the correct answer is, of course, coming from John Adams, okay, or Adams. Once expressed the familiar phrase that ours is a government of laws and not of men. Okay. Dapat pinapractice talaga na ang government natin is based on laws and of course, not the power from human beings. Okay? Not from the politicians at all. This statement means that in a free society, government rules must be fixed and understandable. Laws may not be so complicated that they prevent average citizens from exercising basic liberties. Okay. All right. Hello, Beth. Welcome. All right. So, question number 11. Okay. I know you are familiar with this man. Okay. Which type of government did Aguinaldo establish? Ito na naman tayo. Okay, good eve. Which type of government did Aguinaldo establish? Is it letter A, unitary? Letter B, republican? Letter C, revolutionary? And letter D, oligarchy. Sorry. All right. It's very easy, however, ito yung mga common na nasa board exam. All right. So, which type of government did Aguinaldo establish? All right, unitary, republican, revolutionary, and of course, oligarchy. Is it letter B, letter C, letter B, letter C, letter C, letter C, letter C, letter C, letter C, letter C? In the chat, I could see a lot of letter C's. Okay. Hello to those that came in. Jessie, Mabel Shelby, Estrel, Jonalyn, Maricel, Casoyla, Zen, Morgan, Che, Dolorosa, Roslyn, Reynaldo, Carla May. All right. So again, which type of government did Aguinaldo establish? Is it letter A, unitary, republican, revolutionary, and oligarchy? Okay. So we all know that. Charan! All right. The correct answer, of course, is letter C. Masyado magagaling ang mga nasa attendees natin ngayon. Okay, letter C with the heart, Charlene. Okay, revolutionary government, of course, is the government by Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay, in Filipino, it is called the pamahalaang panghimagsikan ng Pilipinas. It was a rebellious government established on June 23, 1898 during the Spanish-American War. Okay? So, si Emilio Aguinaldo ang nagtatag, no, ng revolutionaryong pamahalaang panghimagsikan ng Pilipinas. Revolutionary form of government. Okay? All right. So, according sa history, minsan may mga debates sa klase if it's really Andres Bonifacio or if it's really Emilio Aguinaldo na naging tawag dito, naging president or the first president of the Philippines, no? So, kung makikita ninyo o kung maano ninyo, dinidiscuss yan ng mga magagaling ninyo mga guro na sometimes may mga historians na nagsasabi na talagang dapat ay si Andres Bonifacio dahil siya ang nagipaglaban, siya ang una, nagtukod. No? But in the books, you see when you are teaching, you always have to rely with the evidence. Katulad ng mga FBI, mga NBI, hindi mo pwedeng bigyan ng kaso o bigyan ng verdict ang isang tao na walang evidence, no? Kapag nasa korte ka, talo ka. So, hindi pwedeng hearsay lang, no? Okay, kahit marami pang nakakaalam, no? So, si Emilio Aguinaldo ang nasa libro, so yun talaga yung fa-follow. Even in America, no? It's not ano tawag dito. Thank you, Marie Chris. Si Emilio Aguinaldo, dito sa Philippines, dito sa Amerika, sinasabi din nila na it's not George Washington daw, no? If you're teaching here, kung sino mga history teachers dyan in America, kahit dito sa Amerika may mga, ano tawag, oh, no, George Washington is not the first president of the United States of America. So meron din pala silang ganito dito. Philippines and US are actually friends together. Kahit sa history talagang magkapareho sila. All right. Thank you for that answer. Yes, it's letter C, revolutionary government, founded by Emilio Aguinaldo. Okay. All right. Number 12 question. Known as the Isla de Pintados by the Spaniards. Okay. Ano itong isla na tinatawag na Isla de Pintados by the Spaniards? Letter A, Luzon. Letter B, Visayas. Letter C, Mindanao. Or letter D, Isla Verde. Okay. Ano kaya ito? What is this Isla de Pintados by the Spaniards? Letter A, Luzon. Letter B, Visayas. Letter C, Mindanao. Letter D, Isla Verde. Okay. Tingnan natin ang mga sagot as I play the 10-second rule. Okay, letter B, Visayas, B, Visayas, B. Okay. Hello, John Roy, Sharon, Giselle, John V, Sharon, Arden, Reynold, Loyalen, Anna, Morgan, Merculio, Thelma, BRB. All right, Florencio, Kenny, Charity, Corazon, She. Okay. Christina, Tokaya. Okay. Chris, Kyle, Celine. Okay. So, going back to our number 12 question. Known as the known as the Isla de Pintados by the Spaniards is called letter C, Visayas. Actually, ito sa exam kasi, lagi yang merong isang distractor, isang maling-maling sagot, at dalawang pagpipilian mo kung saan yung tamang sagot dyan. No? In your exam, siguro natuturo naman na sa gurong Pinoy dito. Dalawa yung best choice answer. Dalawa yung best mong pagpipilian. Ang isa mali, ang isa maling-mali. No? So, if you are reading the history, ang Visayas is actually, ito yung tamang sagot, letter C, Visayas. It came from the Spanish word pintado, meaning painted. Itong pintados. The term used by the Spanish colonists to describe the tattooed indigenous Cebuano, yung mga taga Cebu, okay, and Waray people. They were found on the islands of Cebu, Bohol, eastern part of Negros, Leyte, and Samar. In the Visayas. Dati kasi, this is the old word, okay? The region of the Philippines. The word itself means painted and was first used during the Spanish colonization of the Philippines. In the Visayas, I know a certain celebration which is called the Pintados de Pasi. Okay. Sometimes it's pronounced as Pasi. Okay, Pintados de Pasi. Pasi. Right. Now it's the city of Pasi. Okay, sayang na wala tayong mga celebration na ganun ngayon. Okay? Alright, ito na naman tayo. Ito yung masakit kapag sinasabi natin dapat ng mga Republic Act, no? Pero nangyayari talaga to. Okay, question number 13. Question number 13 states that Republic Act 7877, also known as, or is also known as, letter A, the Anti-Hazing Law. Letter B, the Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. Letter C, the law protecting women and children against all forms of abuses, discrimination, and exploitation. Or letter D, the expanded Senior Citizen Act of 2010. Okay. Ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito? Republic Act 7877. Walang Google ha. Just make a wild guess. Okay? Make wild but educated guess. Yun ang sabi nila minsan eh. Okay, Republic Act 7877. Letter A, Anti-Hazing Law. Letter B, Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. Letter C, Law Protecting Women and Children Against All Forms of Abuses, Discrimination, and Exploitation. Letter D, Expanded Senior Citizens Act of 2010. Letter B, 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 letter B. Oh, madali sa kanila, letter B, letter B, letter B. Okay. Tingnan nga natin yung mga sagot ng mga babae. Okay. Letter B, letter B, letter B, letter B, letter B. Okay. So nakikita natin sa mga sagot. Hello, Tess. Hello, Rochelle, Angelica, Rusel, Norlene, Melvin, Selena, Rochelle, Dolorosa, Anna, John Roy, Arma, and Juliet. Okay. So, Republic Act 7877 is, ano kaya ito? I know you are familiar with this, pero letter B bonus daw sabi ni Sean. Alright, okay. Anti-Sexual Harassment Law. This is an act declaring sexual harassment unlawful in employment, education, for training environment, and for other purposes. Masyado siyang napakalawak na ngayon, no? So, dapat girls alam natin tong mga ano na to, tong mga rights natin, no? Okay, so anti-sexual harassment law. At saka hindi lang to nagko-cover sa girls din, no? Pwede rin sa lalaki, no? Minsan, no? 'Di ba? Okay. Baile-baile sa patugtog si ma'am. Yes, dapat awake tayo, no? Para maganda, no? Maganda ang gising. Dito kasi umaga. Okay, so gabi dyan. So I know you are about to have your dinner and sleep. Pero dito, magsisimula pa lang yung araw namin ni Coach Mac. Alright. Yeah, very good. Okay, so may mga sumasagot pa. Siguro very delayed talaga yung signal ng iba. Okay, so si Tatay Digong nasa picture. Ito, lumalabas din ito sa mga board exams ninyo. So typically, I picked all those who are for sure maybe 95% to 100% na nasa board exam ng social studies. Okay, sorry. SONA stands for, okay, please excuse the typo. I will just edit it when I give this to you. Letter A, State of the Nation Address. Okay. Letter B, letter A is State of the National Address. Letter B, State of the Nation Approval. Letter C, Status of Nation Address. And letter D, the State of the Nation Address. Okay. Ano ang tamang sagot dito? Oo nga, no? Sana may bonus sa board exam, no? Okay. SONA stands for letter A, State of the National Address. Letter B, State of the Nation Approval. Letter C, Status of Nation Address. And letter D, State of the Nation Address. Okay. What is the correct answer? Ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito sa tinatawag nating SONA? Okay. SONA stands for, okay, you are all familiar with this. Pag medyo may mga kailangan sabihin ang president natin, nabibigay siya ng SONA. No? Okay, lalo na kapag after election. Okay, or before naman ng election at saka during na may mga crisis na may kailangan siya sabihin na very important. Okay? The State of the Nation Address or SONA is a constitutional obligation and the yearly tradition. Kapag may SONA, talagang naka-dress up na Filipiniana yung mga Pinoy. Okay. Wherein the Chief Executive reports on the status of the country, unveils the government's agenda for the coming year, and proposes to Congress certain legislative measures. Okay. Diba? Yes, ito ang pinakatamang bonus kasi madali lang siya talagang sagutin. SONA. Pero, lumalabas talaga siya sa exam ninyo. Okay. Alright. So, dahil madali lang to, very easy, just a piece of cake for you. Alright. Question number 15. Tingnan natin to. Okay. Alright, hello. Bago ko simulan yung question number 15, Catherine, Charlene, Nepomuceno, Marie Chris, Cynthia, Josephine, and Richard, hello. Okay, lovely, John Roy, and Ernie, and Francine. Question number 15, he had promised sweeping economic changes and he did make progress in the land reform. Opening new settlements outside crowded Luzon Island. However, his death in an airplane crash on March 1957 was a serious blow to national morale. Okay, nakakalungkot kasi nagkaroon ng plane crash. Itong taong ito. Is it letter A, President Ramon Magsaysay? Letter B, Elpidio Quirino? Letter C, Ferdinand Marcos? Or letter D, Manuel Rojas? He had promised sweeping economic changes. He did make progress in the land reform, opening new settlements outside crowded Luzon area. But unfortunately, his death in an airplane crash on March 1957 was a serious blow to national morale. Sino kaya ito? Is it letter A, Ramon Magsaysay, letter B, Elpidio Quirino, letter C, Ferdinand Marcos, and letter D, Manuel Rojas. Okay, let's give it 10 seconds. Tingnan natin, ano ang tamang sagot? Ang mga sagot nila ay letter C, letter A, letter A, letter A, letter A, letter A. Okay? Okay, ang sabi ni John Roy, hindi niya nakalimutan si Ramon Magsaysay. Sabi ni Ma'am, sa aral pa nila noon. Okay, sabi daw ni Ma'am. Di ba hindi talaga makakalimutan si Ma'am? Letter B, letter A, letter A, letter A. Okay, letter A. Maraming sumasagot ng letter A. By the way, kung wala pa kayo, di pa kayo nakasubscribe, mag-subscribe na sa Gurong Pinoy. Okay, hit the notification button para sa mga bagong paandar at mga bagong review material sa mga bagong guest speakers. Okay? Ano kaya ang tamang sagot? Pa-shoutout, ma'am. Hello sa mga taga Zamboanga, Sibugay. Galing kay Reynaldo. Sabi niya ay pa-shoutout daw. Your request is granted, Reynaldo. Hello. Hello also sa mga bago, Janelle, Russell, and Sean. Okay, ano ang tamang sagot? O, tama nga kanina. Sabi kasi ni Mami, si Ramon Magsaysay daw. Okay, si Ramon del Fierro Magsaysay Sr. was the Filipino statesman who served as the 7th President of the Philippines. Okay, from December 30, 1953 until his death, nagkaroon kasi siya ng aircraft malfunction, no? Namatay siya. He is known to be as the idolo ng masa. So kung kayo nagbabasa ng mga libro ng presidente ng Philippines, no? Hello, Boston, Davao Oriental, GR. Okay, so kung kayo nagbabasa ng tawag dito, ng mga life story, 'di ba meron 'yan, no, sa mga Philippine presidents. Makikita ninyo na parang halos lahat nakasulat kay President Ramon Magsaysay. Parang napakaganda, no? Na makikita mo siya na idolo siya ng masa, presidente ng masa, lahat. Kasi he was the only president or maybe the first president na talagang minahal ng masa dahil during his tenure as the president, binuksan niya ang Malacanang for everybody. Kaya siya tinatawag ng para sa masa kasi mahirap man o mayaman, open ang Malacanang Palace. The gates of the Malacanang Palace were open for everybody, for every Filipino citizen. Okay? Alright. Okay, hello sa mga taga-Tarlac, Zamboanga del Norte. Okay, yes, man of masses. Idolo ng masa, masa ng Pilipino. Marami siyang mga title, basta lahat may masa, no? Alright. So para sa lahat talaga siya. Kaso lang, sa kasamaang palad, ang sabi nga, dito may tanong, si Estrel, nagtatanong, ERAP. ERAP para sa mahirap yata yung slogan ni ERAP, no? Okay. Tin Acabo, okay, from Jeneline Silva. Okay, so si Magsaysay, he opened the gates of the Malacanang Palace para sa mga Filipino citizens. So, talagang para sa mga, sa kasamaang palad, di ba may kasabihan nga ay, tawag dito, ano ba yung kasabihan? Medyo baliktad yung sasabihin ko, no? Pag masamang damo daw, matagal mamatay, no? Pero kasi si Ramon Magsaysay, siguro because he has very good deed, madali siyang mamatay. Hindi ko sinasabing maging masamang tao kayo, no? Mga kasabihan na yan, para lang at least mabuhay yung dugo natin ngayong umaga. At sa inyong gabi dyan. No? Alright. Number 16, question number 16. Section 3, Article 14 states that all educational institutions shall include the study of blank as the part of the curriculum. Siguro magtatanong kayo, bakit kami nagsa-study nito? No. Alright. Is it letter A, history, letter B, science and technology, letter C, sports, or letter D, Constitution? Kasi nasa batas talaga siya. According to Section 3, Article 14 states that all educational institutions shall include the study of blank as part of the curriculum, no? Talagang importante siya. Letter A, history. Letter B, science and technology. Letter C, sports. Letter D, constitution. Nagtatanong kayo, di naman ako history major. Minsan yung mga kaibigan nyo o ng mga tawag dito, ng mga kaibigan ninyo o yung mga friends ninyo, mga best friends ninyo, kapatid nyo, o tita nyo, tito nyo. Okay? Sabi, di naman ako history teacher sa science technology, sports, o anong major. Bakit ko kaya sinastudy ito? Oh, 10 seconds. Kasi nga, nasa batas siya na dapat nandun talaga siya. I-discuss talaga natin siya. So, kailangan malaman natin. Okay? Alright. So, kailangan nyo talagang malaman yung fundamental law of the land. No? Kailangan nyo talagang malaman ito. Ang mga sagot natin ay letter A, letter D, letter D, letter D. Letter B, try lang. Letter D, letter D, letter D. Letter A. Okay. Hindi daw siya sure kung constitution. Okay, letter D. Okay lang. This is actually a practice for you. So kung ano man yung mga tamang sagot, mabibigay naman sa inyo lahat. Kaya lang minsan nagkakamali kayo, masasabi ninyong ano tawag, ligwak o ganun. Kasi nga minsan may mga tawag dito, 4 na choices ang exam. It could be ang 2 ay pagpipilian ninyo na tamang sagot. Ang isa ay maling-mali, ang isa ay mali, no? So dalawa na lang ang pagpipilian ninyo, no? So maaring ma-confuse kayo kaya sinasabi ninyong ligwak ito or posible din na tawag dito na na ano lang kayo, parang iba yung nabasa ninyo through Google or internet. Alright? So, what is the correct answer? Yay! Sa mga nag-alanganin na constitution, yes, it is constitution. Okay? In 1987, Constitution in the Republic of the Philippines, Article 14, Section 3, Number 1, indicates that all educational institutions shall include the study of Constitution as part of the curricula. Okay. Curriculum is singular, curricula is plural. No? Okay. Ang Constitution, kahit saan, in the Gulf area, in the Philippines, in the US, kahit saan, kailangan malaman ang Constitution para malaman nyo kung ano yung mga civic duties and rights ninyo as the citizens. Okay? All right. Okay. Question number 17. Okay. Section 6, Article 14 states that the national language of the Philippines is it letter A, English, letter B, Filipino, letter C, Tagalog, or letter D, Cebuano? Okay. Madali, no? Madali. Pero kailangan nating malaman kung bakit ito yung national language natin. Is it letter A, English, letter B, Filipino, letter C, Tagalog, or letter D, Cebuano? Okay. Ano ang tamang sagot? Alright? Let me just go ahead. Sorry. Okay? Nasa Article 14, marami kayong mababasa dyan na lagi na common na dinidiscuss sa klase. So, go ahead if you are studying Constitution, Article 14, you read that kasi marami kang malalaman. Okay, is letter A, English, letter B, Filipino, letter C, Tagalog, letter D, Cebuano. Okay, so may sagot na B, B, C, B, A, Tagalog, letter B, letter C, letter A, letter C, letter A, letter A. Okay, in the Constitution actually, okay, ano ang tamang sagot natin? Alright, it's Filipino. Okay? Ang ating dialect, no, iba-iba. May Tagalog, pero Tagalog, Hiligaynon, Bisaya, no, marami tayong mga dialects as Filipinos, no? Pero ang language natin at tayo as citizens, pareho lang. Don't forget that one, ha? Okay? Article 14, Section 6 states that the national language of the Philippines is Filipino. As it evolves, it shall be further developed and enriched on the basis of existing Philippine and other languages. Okay. So nasa Article 14 sa Section 6, okay, if you have free time, kung maka-Google kayo or in Yahoo or any search engine that you have in the internet, you go and search for Article 14, Section 6. Okay. It states there that the national language of the Philippines is Filipino. Okay. All right. So hello to Loyalin, John Roy, Alvi, Juliet, Viodolo, MJ, Janelle, Reynold, okay, Charlene, Corazon, Ailey, Ana. Yes, Tagalog ang wika sa Luzon. Yeah, Tagalog. Okay. The language is, the national language is Filipino. Medyo ano lang tayo, sanay lang tayo na tawagin siyang Tagalog. Okay. All right. Naka-on ang camera ko, Reynaldo. Siguro ano lang, baka mahina lang yung net. Okay? Alright, so may mga nag-a-answer pa, no? May mga nag-a-answer pa sa ating chat. Okay? Right? Yes. Oo. Tama. Yeah. Okay. Number 18. Question number 18. Who is called to be the father of social justice? Oh, naka-off ba yung camera ko? I'm not particularly sure kung naka-off ang camera ko. Okay, let's just go ahead and... Okay, sige lang, naririnig nyo naman ako, no? Naka-off ba? Let me check to my other device. Yeah, it's off. Let me go ahead and check for a while. Some technical difficulties. Okay. Okay. Okay naman siya. Well, anyway. Okay, let me just go ahead. Maybe it's on my end, no? Baka sa internet ko to. Okay. I will just continue. Gusto niyo bang makita? Okay. Maganda sana pag nakikita, no? Kasi we are all visual. Lalo na sa mga let takers, visual talaga sila. Who is called to be the father of social justice? Is it letter A, Clara M. Recto, letter B, Sergio Osmeña, letter C, Manuel Quezon, or letter D, Jose P. Laurel? All right. I am looking for answers. Question number 18, is it letter, the father of social justice is it letter A, Claro M. Recto, letter B, Sergio Osmeña, letter C, Manuel Quezon, or letter D, Jose P. Laurel? Oh, I did not change this one. I put this in 20 seconds. So let me just go ahead and play this one for you. You have 20 seconds to answer this. All right, so letter D, letter A, letter A, letter D, letter A, letter A, Quezon, letter D, letter C, letter D, letter C, letter A, Manuel Quezon, letter A, letter A, letter B, letter B, letter D, letter D, letter A, letter A. Ang mga sagot natin ay usually letter A, letter C, letter D. Hello, Mercy. Hello. Ben, Maricel, Nepomuceno, Shar, Edna, Charlene. Okay. So the father of social justice is, sino kaya ito? Alright, it's letter C, Manuel L. Quezon. Okay. Manuel L. Quezon. Nilagay ko itong Manuel L. Quezon pero i-correct natin ito mamaya, no? Kasi may sasabihin ako sa inyo para malaman ninyo kung bakit hindi siya pwedeng ilagay dyan. Pero kung makikita ninyo, just let it be. Kasi minsan sa mga libro makikita ninyo na may mga nilalagay silang Manuel L. Quezon. Okay? President Quezon was the father of social justice, having pioneered labor and social laws, the agrarian reform program, the adoption of our national language, and women's suffrage. Kaya nga siya ang father of our national language. Kasi siya ang nagsabi na ang Tagalog, dati kasi Tagalog, no? Ang ating national language. And later it was changed to Filipino in the Philippine Constitution. He said, I prefer a government run like hell by Filipinos to a government run like heaven by Americans. Do you agree? Okay. Do you agree ba to? That he said, I prefer a government run like hell by Filipinos to a government run like heaven by the Americans. Diba? Hello, Becky Kang. Marie Chris. Okay? So, actually, si Manuel L. Quezon, ito yung accepted na name niya, no? Pero kung makikita ninyo, maririnig ninyo ang mga professors ninyo, yung mga teachers ninyo na nagsasabi at nagko-correct sa inyo. Kaya ko sinasabi is Manuel Luis M. Quezon, it's because ang Manuel is part of his name. Manuel Luis talaga ang name niya. Molina is his middle name. Okay? So, Manuel Luis Molina Quezon, ang talagang pangalan ni Manuel Luis Quezon. Pero, ina-accept in any parts of Philippine history ang pagsasabi ng Manuel L. Quezon. Okay? Kung minsan makikita ninyo at marinig ninyo yung ibang professors, yung mga talagang super talino na nagsasabi na dapat hindi, dapat sinasabing Manuel Luis M. Quezon. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. Talagang okay lang siya. Alright. Question number 19. Okay? The act or law that led to the granting of the 10-year transition period. Ito yung transition period na ng independence natin. Okay? It's letter A, the hair horse cutting bill. In the standard American English, it's called hair horse kasi. Pero when you are lecturing this in the Philippines, it's called Hari-Hawes cutting law or bill. Okay. All right. Letter B, the Tidings-McDuffie law. Letter C, the parity rights. Or letter D, Independence LA. Okay. The act or law that led to the granting of 10-year independence law yan, hindi LA. The granting of the 10-year transition period, Hari-Hawes cutting bill or hair horse cutting bill, the Tidings-McDuffie law, the parity rights, or the independence law. Okay. Ito, Agab, is it Jerame or Jerami? Charlene, Angelica, Carla, Shar, Anna, Michelle. Okay, Reyno, Liza, Chari, Blue, Ramil. Okay, from Masbate, Madeth, Haley. Okay. So again, the question for number 19 is the act or law that led to the granting of 10-year transition period. Ang maganda kasi sa social studies, no, basta maraming talagang maraming magdi-debate sa'yo, no. Okay, so talagang i-research nila at i-research ko na yung tamang sagot. So go ahead, try to answer this one. The mga sagot dito ay letter B, letter B, letter D, letter B, letter B, letter B, letter B, B. Okay. 10 years akong makdo. Okay. Kami naman miss namin ang Jollibee Glade, no? Okay, letter B. Hi, John Roy. Alright, so is the letter A the Hari-Hawes or the hair horse cutting bill? Letter B the Tidings-McDuffie. Letter C the parity. Letter D independence. Okay. So what is the correct answer? Alright, it's letter B the Tidings-McDuffie. Actually, ano lang yan, nag-succeed lang siya sa the Hari-Hawes or hair horse cutting. Okay. So, ito na yon. Ito na yung final. The Tidings-McDuffie. Officially, the Philippine Independence Act later on became a law. It's the United States federal law that established the process for the Philippines, then an American colony. Kasi naging colony tayo ng Amerika. to become an independent country after 10-year transition. So after 10 years, nag-gain na natin yung independence natin. Kunyari, nag-bye-bye tayo nag-raise tayo ng flag natin. Okay? Alright, so tidings McDuffie Law. Okay? Alright, this is the last question. Wala ka bang naririnig? Can everybody else hear me? Hello, SJDM Bulacan, Janelle Murillo. Okay, Varia Rusel, Carla, Joy Rodel, Marie Chris, MJ, Karen, Andre, Jean, Estrel, Junivi. Okay, Danica, malinaw. Okay, so maybe baka ano lang, maybe it's on the internet issues, no? For some other reasons, ako din, medyo nagkaroon din ng problem dahil yung cam ko ay hindi nakikita. Alright. The first appointed head of the Department of Education during the Commonwealth period. Ito na naman, pagdedebatehan na naman ang tamang sagot, for sure dito. Okay? For sure, dito na naman tayo magkakaroon ng problema. During the Commonwealth, Commonwealth, nakastate during the Commonwealth period. Sino ang first appointed head of the Department of Education? No. Hello, Andre. Balamban, Cebu. Maglalagay muna ako ng choices bago ako mag-shoutout. Kasi ito na yung last question natin. Letter A, Claro M. Recto. Letter B, Sergio Osmeña. Letter C, Rafael Palma. Or letter D, Jose P. Laurel. Again, the first appointed head of the Department of Education during the Commonwealth period is Claro M. Recto, Sergio Osmeña, Rafael Palma, Jose P. Laurel. You have 10 seconds to answer this. Hello! Shout out sa Balamban, Cebu. Andre Marie. Piodos Madraga Aranya. Okay, Davao. Sir J. Ano, wala na si Sir J. Tumaas na siya. CJ Salem. Okay? Hello, Edna, Len, Maricel, Lucira, Ben, Patricia, Chari, Jean, Reynaldo, Roslyn, Viodolo, Ipomea. Okay. So, ano kaya tamang sagot? Edna, Rachel, Aldith, Becky, Kang, Micolio, letter B, letter B, letter B, letter B, letter D, letter D, letter B, letter D. Tingnan natin kung ano ang tamang sagot. This is our last question. Okay. Right? And the correct answer is, pagdadebatehan na naman to, no? Letter B is Sergio Osmeña. He was appointed by that president that time, Manuel Luis Quezon. Okay. Na-miss mo ba yung ganong upuan, no? Elementary ka? Yes. Yung tatlo kayo or dalawa kayo, no? Or minsan tatlo kayo sa isang chair. Yes. Nakaka-miss. Sana may part 2, ma'am. Yes, Ray. If I'm going to be invited again, I would love to do it for you. Okay. Thank you for that request. Okay, Christine Joy, Beth, Annalisa, Rosel, Rachel, Nepomuceno. Okay, hello, Charlene. Okay, so he was appointed. All right, that is our last question. Okay, I have only 20 questions. Shout out from General Santos City. Salamat sa big help, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. Always remember that prayer plus hard work equals success. Hindi lahat prayer lang. Okay, kaya hindi lahat hard work lang. Laging isama ang dasal. But always prayer plus hard work.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Coach Tina.